Hello and welcome to an energizing Qigong practice. I'm Kim Morrison, certified Holden Qigong teacher. And if you haven't done Qigong before, you're in for a real treat. And always, I invite you to do what works for your body, always. I'm not in your body, so I don't know what works for you and your body on any given day. So if I do a move that doesn't work for you, please go back to this posture right here, hands over your belly, and just breathe. Or any other move that has worked for you throughout the practice that you'd rather go back to. So let's begin. And the first thing we always do is start with the breath. The breath is the best way to get energy into the body. So let's start with our hands over our lower belly. And we're going to inhale and exhale through the nose. So as you inhale, the belly expands. As you exhale, belly relaxes back towards the spine. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, belly goes back towards the spine. Inhale, exhale, and continue at your pace. One more round of breath. Inhale, exhale. Bring your arms down to your sides, and we're going to get some activation into the spine, into the lower back, into energy meridians in the body by turning at the hips and the waist and letting your arms knock across the body, looking over your shoulder as you turn, keeping the legs straight, rather actually pointing forward, not necessarily, we actually don't want the legs straight. We always want a nice softness in the knees. So we're never completely straightening out the legs unless the specific move calls for it. Keeping your weight centered as we do knocking on the door of life. The door of life is the point on your spine that is directly behind the navel. And that's a great doorway to allow energy to come into the body, allow us to activate our energy. And then with a loose fist, we're going to come up to the chest, knock just below the collarbone. We're activating the lungs here, getting some extra energy into the lungs. Activating the lungs is excellent for the immune system. And then with an open hand that's slightly cupped, we're going to knock up over the shoulder so that we're getting the shoulder and the upper back. These acupressure points here are great for sending energy up to the brain, great for decision making and clarity of thinking. And we're going to come back down to the chest. And back down to the waist and the low back. time you exhale, cease knocking on the body. Just let the arms flow. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Feel the air flowing through your fingers. And slow this down. Slow it down till you come to stillness. Awesome. Notice if you feel energy, some tingling in your arms and in your hands already. You're activating your Qi, which is your life force energy. Now we're going to do spinal cord breathing to activate the spine. So raising the arms up, looking up, and as you look up, you inhale. Then coming forward, we exhale as we tuck the chin, forearms towards each other, curving through the spine. And then we inhale as we come up, tuck the tailbone, looking up, shoulder blades back and down. And we exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Again, tucking the chin, curving through the spine, forearms towards each other, not touching. Inhale as we come up, dropping the shoulders down, looking up. One more time, exhaling as you come down, inhaling up, shoulders down, arms down to the sides. Now we're going to activate some energy meridians, get a little more energy into the body. I'm going to turn around and show you this. So with the backs of the hands, we're going to knock up and down on the kidney area, all the way down to the tailbone. Getting some energy into our kidneys. Knocking up and down, again, all the way to the tailbone. And then with an open palm, we're going to slap down the backs of the legs, all the way to the ankles, and come inside the legs. Slap all the way up to the hips, side hips, and we're going to do this again. Slap down the backs and the outsides of the legs, slapping up the inside, which is your yin meridians, your energy pathways, kind of like rivers of energy. I'm going to slap down the backs again. That's your yang energy meridians, getting this flow of energy going. And then up to the waist. Nice loose fists here, not right over the navel or even just a little bit below. This is great for digestion, activating more energy meridians here. And then come up to the solar plexus just below the ribs, knocking here. And then just below the belly button, down to the lower abdomen, called our lower dantian in Chinese medicine. And then we're going to do circles. Come up the right, across, down the left. This is great for digestion, getting all your digestive organs activated. One more complete circle here. And then come back over the navel a few more times. And then pause. Bring the hands together right over the lower abdomen. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel that energy running in your body, activated. Now we're going to come up to the chest, knocking up and down the sternum. And then come over to one side, knock over on the lung points on one side, open the hand, and we're going to slap all the way down the inside of the arms to the wrist, turning arm over, slapping up the outside, all the way up to the neck and shoulders, getting some energy flowing here. Down the inside, this is the yin meridians to the wrist, turning over, and we're getting the yang meridians as we come back up the outside of the arm. One more time. We're going to go over to the other side, knock a few times here, then open the hand and slap down the inside of the arm. Turning the arm over, slapping up all the way to the neck and shoulders, to the chest, back down, turning the arm over, back up the outside. One more time, back down. We're going to knock up and down the chest again. And we're going to inhale through the nose and exhale with a sigh. One more time. And the arms down to the sides. Close your eyes for a moment. When we mouth exhale, we're releasing stagnant energy, tight energy. Beautiful. Opening the eyes. Now we're going to take a more narrow stance. So legs closer together, feet closer together. Bring the hands together to the chest and have your thumbs actually touching your sternum here. Bringing some loving energy into your heart. Going to activate some more energy in meridians here. So interlocking your fingers other than your index finger, your pointer finger. So your pointer finger points up, and we're going to come up and back. So push your hips forward, tighten your buttocks, squeezing it. Nice gentle back bend. And then we're going to go into further deep bend here. And again, here, do what works for your body. I often have funky knees, so I don't go too low depending on the day. So we come down, hands behind the head, pointer finger up, nice bend through the knees here. And then we come up and back, pointing up, hips forward, tightening the buttocks. So we exhale as we come down. Inhale as we come up. Exhaling down. Inhale up. This is called the arrow. One more time. Straighten up and float the arms down to the sides. Just resting loosely. We're going to go into a forward fold here. Coming forward and down, bending the knees.
placing the abdomen onto the legs. I've got my knees fairly bent here because I have tight hamstrings. Allow your neck and head to be loose. Just let them hang here. Belly resting on the thighs. Then bending through the knees a little bit more as we come up, interlocking the fingers, palms facing upward, coming up slowly, slowly, slowly. Bringing that energy up. It's like you're bringing earth energy up. And then we spiral the hands out as we come up above the head. And now we're going to come up onto the toes. It's called raising the bubbling springs. Coming up onto your toes. And then come back down to the heels. We're going to do side bends. Come over to one side. Whichever side works for you, we're going to do both. Breathe here. Then we're going to inhale up and exhale as we come over to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale, arms down to the sides. Beautiful. Now we're going to do a little bit of work for the legs here. So this is where I definitely invite you to, again, do what works for your body. So we're going to go into a lunge. So bring one leg forward and one back. Only come back as far as is comfortable for you. So if you need to be right up here, and if you need that back foot down for balance, do that. You'll see I don't have perfect balance. So we're in a bit of a lunge here. Not in a bit of a lunge, we're in a lunge. Now, bring your hands to your chest. Bending through the front knee. And again, front knee never goes over towards those toes. So make sure you've got nice alignment in this front knee. Hands to the chest. And we're going to raise those arms up. We're going to inhale, and then we straighten that front leg. And then we exhale as we come down. Bending through the front knee and the back knee. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Bending through that back knee. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Now leaving the arms up. We're going to come down into that lunge, bending through the back knee and the front knee. Just hold this for a few breaths if that works for you. If it doesn't, modify it. Great work for the legs. Bringing the hands to the front knee. Bring that back leg up. Now we're going to switch to the other side. So whichever side you did, switch it. Up onto the back toes. Bending through the front knee. Again, never letting it go over that big toe. Hands to the heart. And we'll inhale up. Straightening the front leg and the back leg. Exhaling down. Bending both knees. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time up. Inhale. Holding the arms up as you bend the knees. Coming down into this lunge. Take a few nice deep breaths here. Bringing the hands down to that front knee. Bringing that back foot up. Beautiful. That's absolutely excellent. Coming back. Now we're going to go into a wide leg stance. Wider than our shoulders. Bending through the knees. And we're going to move the body like a river. So bringing your hips over to one side, weight over to your one leg, likely your left. Then as you bring the weight back to the right, your hips, then your torso, and then your head comes last. Hips, torso, head. You're moving your body like a river. I like the visual of you're moving like seaweed under the water. Nice and flowing and fluid. So we're going to bring this down if that works for you. If not, I'll show you something a little easier. Just stay right up like this. Stay up nice and high. But if it works for you, come down with me. So we're hinging forward at the hips and the waist. We're looking down at the floor. Don't forget to breathe. And then next time you come to center, come over into a forward fold. Softness in the knees, having them bent as much or as little as you need and as works for your body. Feel that stretch in the back of the legs. Release through your low back. Releasing your head and your neck. And then bending the knees a little bit more as we roll up. Then bring one hand over the back of the other as we bring the arms all the way up into a nice gentle back bend, pushing the hips forward, looking up and back, if that's available to you and your body today. We're going to go into full body flow. So exhale as you come forward and down. Inhale as you come up. Exhale forward and down. Inhaling up. This stretches all the major muscle groups in the back of the body as we come down and in the front of the body as we come up. One more time. And then bring the arms out and down to the sides. Beautiful. Let's bring our legs back into shoulder width. Heart, feet pointing forward. Dropping your tailbone down towards the ground. Crown of the head up to the sky. Shoulders back and down. We're going to do a few arm spirals here. Bring your arms out to the sides. And then curl your fingers in towards your body
And during this move, we're going to keep our palms facing upward. So hinging at the hips and the waist. So as the hips go back, your fingers point back. And then as your hips come forward, spiral the arms forward above the head. And as you straighten up, arms come out to the sides. So it's coming in, hips back, fingers point back. Hips come forward, hands come forward up above the head, and then spiral around to the sides. This is a version of teacups. And we're trying to keep the palms of the hands facing upward throughout the entire flow, throughout the entire move. This is often called teacups. It's like we've got teacups in our palms and we're trying not to spill our tea. I'm always spilling lots of tea. We're going to do one more complete round here. Coming out to the sides, fingers point in, then point back as the hips go back. Then hips forward, arms forward, back around, out to the sides, and down. Now we have to do the opposite. So palms face upward like this. So hands come forward, hips go back. And hands come out to the sides, hips come forward as we bring the hands up above the head. Spiral around, hips forward, hips back, arms forward. I said that complete reverse. Hips are back, palms are forward. Hips are forward, palms up above the head. Okay, one more complete time here. Arms forward, hips back, hips forward, arms above the head, back around and down to the sides. Great work, fantastic. So now we're going to go into our flows because we've done breathing, activating, stretching, and a great transition before we go into flows is to shake. Bouncing into the heels. Heels can come off the ground or not. If they come off the ground into like a bounce, that's so good for your bones. But don't do it if you've got heel issues or knee issues. So you can just bounce through the knees. Really want to be loose through the wrists and the hands. Shake through the back of the head. And we're going to inhale here through the nose and exhale with a nice sigh. One more time. Inhale through the nose. And then slow it down till you come to stillness. Close your eyes for a moment. Notice what you notice. You likely have some tingling in your palms and in your fingers. Feel the energy moving throughout your body. You're moving your chi, your life force energy. Beautiful. So as we go into our flows, as we open our flows, with flows we generally inhale and exhale through the nose. So we inhale as we float the arms up. Exhale as we float the arms down. Inhale, weight a little bit more into the heels. Exhaling down, weight a little bit more towards the toes. Almost like a very small rocking motion. As you go back and forth. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Bringing the arms around in front. I'm going to do Buddha holds up the earth. It's the move for the metal element, which is connected to the lungs. So we float the hands up, palms face towards the chest, towards the lungs, and then we spiral the hands out and up, palms and thumbs facing upward. Then we spiral the hands back down, facing towards you, towards your lungs. Coming back to this position. You want nice roundness in the arms, arms away from the sides. Inhale as you come up. Palms and thumbs up to the sky. Exhale down. This is Buddha holds up the earth. Inhale up. Palms and thumbs up. We have the thumbs up here because the thumbs are the end of the lung meridians. That river of energy that flows from the lungs down through the inside of the arms, through the palms, down into the thumbs. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Arms down to the sides. Next element is the water element, connected to the kidneys, on either side of your low back. So we hinge at the hips and the waist, float the arms forward, backs of the hands towards each other, but not touching. Come up the midline of the body, up to the upper chest, and then we float the arms out and down. Inhale as you come up, exhale as you come out and down. This is called the fountain. Hips back, then we inhale as we straighten up, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Imagine that there's a bubbling spring in the ground beneath your feet, and it's coming up through the soles of your feet, up the insides of your legs, to your abdomen, and all the way up to your chest, following the path of the kidney meridian.
We'll do this one more time. Inhaling up. Exhale as you come out and down. Arms to the sides. And bringing your arms around in front again. As we go into the wood element, which is connected to the liver on the right side of your body, we'll do the move is called tree sways in the wind. So turn to your right side, bringing your hands up all the way above your head, fingers pointing down towards the top of your head, your crown, and you float the arms out and down, back to the starting position. Now turn to your left, the hips and the waist. Inhale as your hands come up above the head. You pause the breath as you turn to the front, exhaling down. Then pause the breath again as you turn. Inhale up above the head. Pause the breath as you turn to the front. Exhale down. So we pause the breath every time we turn. Inhaling up. Pause the breath. Exhaling down. Pause the breath again. Turn and inhale up. And continue. Tree sways in the wind. Do one more each side. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And pause. Now let's hug our tree. So this is called embrace the tree, this posture. And this is the start of the move for the next element, the fire element, which is connected to the heart and also the pericardium, the sac around the heart. So bringing your right hand down, palm facing the earth, shift your weight to your left leg, then turn at the hips and the waist, and then you switch your hands. So bottom hand comes up in front of the heart, top hand is now palm facing down towards the earth. Shift your weight to your right leg, turn at your hips and your waist, and switch your hands. Shift your weight, turn, switch your hands. And continue that. This is called cloudy hands. So it's like your upper arm is your heart protector, and your bottom arm, your bottom hand, is as if it's floating along a nice cool body of water. So if you've got too much heat in your heart, you can cool it off with this bottom hand. So top arm in front of the heart. So the elbow, the top elbow, is always going in the direction that we're turning. Switch the hands, we're shifting the weight. Elbow is going in the direction in which you're turning. And make sure you're continuing nice deep inhales and exhales through the nose. Doesn't matter which direction you're going into when you're inhaling or when you're exhaling. One more each direction. Now when you come back to center, pause, bring your arms down to your sides. As we go into our fifth and final element, which is the it's the earth element, which is connected to your spleen on the left side of your ribs, also connected to your stomach. Bring your arms up, palms facing towards the earth, bending a bit through the knees here, and hips go back as the arms come forward, out and around, and as they come back in, you straighten up. Palms come into the abdomen. So we exhale as we float the arms out, hips go back. Inhale up. Exhale, all non-beneficial energy out. We inhale beneficial and digestive energy into this lower abdomen. Exhaling out. Inhale in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. This is called pebble in the pond. It's like your body is a pebble that's been dropped into the pond, and your arms are the ripples of energy, of water that go out into the earth. One more time. Beautiful. Float the arms down to the sides. As we go into our closing move, we're going to smooth out all that energy with pulling down the heavens. So palms face towards you as you come down to the abdomen. We inhale as we go up. Exhale as we come down, palms facing towards you. Inhale. Exhale as we smooth out all that energy. Bringing any excess energy down through the head, through the heart, into the lower abdomen, called the lower dantian. Storing that there for use throughout the rest of your day. One more time. Bringing the hands over the belly, bringing the feet closer together, closing your eyes and softening through your legs. Soften through the feet, the ankles, soften the knees and the hips. Allow your body to rock and sway like a bamboo in the wind. Allowing your body to find its center. Allow it to come to stillness when it wants to.
opening your eyes, bringing your arms down to your sides. Give yourself a shake, a wriggle, whatever you need. Might need to wiggle your ankles, your feet. We do a lot of static standing. So now we're going to go into a short meditation. So get comfortable, and I'm going to grab a chair and I'll be right back. So I invite you to close your eyes as we go into our meditation. Let's go into a short meditation where we simply notice what we notice without any judgment. An exercise that we can bring into the rest of our day. So I invite you to scan your body and notice if you have any areas of tightness or discomfort. And just notice. And can you do anything to make that area a little more comfortable? Can you move your body? Adjust your position? If you've got an area of tightness that's still there, on your next inhale through the nose, send that healing breath to that spot. And as you exhale, just exhale that tightness out. Do that with a few more inhales and exhales. Inhaling healing energy into that spot. Exhaling it out. And just notice, even if it hasn't completely dissipated, has it reduced? And notice it without any judgment. Now notice your body. Feel the surface that you are sitting or lying on. If your feet, if you're sitting in a chair or on a sofa, feel your feet wherever they are. If your feet are on the floor, feel that floor supporting the soles of your feet. Whatever you're sitting on, feel that supporting your butt, maybe your back if you're leaning up against something, your arms. Notice how your body is supported by whatever surface you are connected to. Just notice. And give that surface gratitude for its support. Then turn your attention to your nose. Notice that it lets you inhale and exhale. Notice that it lets you pick up the scent of anything that's in the room you're in. Being grateful for that sense. Turn your attention to your mouth.
Notice if you have any taste. Or you can think about the last thing that you ate. Give gratitude for your sense of taste. Turn your attention to your eyes. Even though you have your eyelids closed, you may have pictures behind your eyelids, and you can conjure up pictures of things in your mind, being grateful for your sense of sight. And if you have any sense that don't work, you can be grateful that the other sense are magnified. I'm grateful for my eyes, and that as I've increased my QiGong practice, my eyesight has improved. Turning your attention to your ears, noticing any sounds in the room. Noticing that you can hear my voice. Being grateful that you can hear. Turning your attention to your hands. And however you have them, whether they're facing palms up or on your lap, if your palms are connected, being grateful for your sense of touch. Maybe you get to have a pet that you get to pet with your hands, feeling their lovely fur, maybe through putting your hands, your fingers through a loved one's hair. Think of something that you love the feel of in your hands. Being grateful for that sense of touch. Sending some gratitude. This amazing vehicle that is your body. Even if it doesn't always perform exactly the way you would like it to. Send it some gratitude for all the things that it can do. When you're ready, place your hands over your belly, just below your navel. Notice that sense of touch here. Feel that energy cultivated during your practice that's coming through your palms into your lower abdomen, your lower dantian, sending that energy here. And making small clockwise circles over your lower belly. Feeling all that energy that you have created throughout your practice. And then pausing your hands. Feeling the warmth in your body. Feeling the gratitude for yourself for taking this time for you, for your practice. And then when you're ready, open your eyes, come back to the room, being present, being aware of your surroundings, ready to go on with the rest of your day. With the yin and yang symbol, I'm expressing my gratitude for you being with me here today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.